time war. So this is just temporary. Just hold on for these few months, however long it takes to get everything ironed out of court. You ain't the only one that dealt with this, and you won't be the last. Now, I message to the young man after hearing what this man going through. I've said this a million times. People think I'm crazy, especially women. They do not like to hear me say this. To you young men, if you're not married and don't have kids already, this is not the day and age to get married and have kids. I would recommend any young man in the sound of my voice right now, if you ain't already married or with kids, don't do it.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? It's funny how when women get married, it's funny how everything is about who? The bride. Everything is about the female, the woman, nothing about the groom. It's a fairy tale wedding for women. This is a time for women to show out what they look like. You ever notice, you can take the ugliest woman, but when it's her wedding day, she looks gorgeous. Makeup, hair, the gown, everything. I do mean everything. But what happens after the wedding? How come everything seems to go downhill? Everything seems to go south. I'm going to tell you why men today, modern men, should not marry modern women. Men, you need to stay single. Men, you need to keep your sanity. Men, you need to keep your money. Really? I'm going to show you why marriage today is a scam. Coming up next.
Tonight, I'm not made to date in 2023.
You're over the hill.
Understand where the hell?
Let it out.
This is going to.
You hit the wall. The wall always wins.
That means. No, I'm made to be a wife and a mom.
But you left your husband.
I want my man to come home to me.
You left
Dinner
him.
cooked. I want laundry done. I want to do all that. That's what I'm made for. That's what God made me for.
But you left him.
We're going to be like, it's 2023. Women don't need to be doing that. I want that.
Welcome to Rewind, my new online digital platform. Now, why are people getting married in today's day and age? I remember when my grandmother and my grandfather, when they were married. I remember my parents, well, they still married. 61 years, my parents have been married, still living in bliss. Why are people today getting married and then next thing you know, they getting divorced? These are people who married for 5-10 years. All of a sudden, they can't do it. All of a sudden, they tapping out. All of a sudden, they calling it quits. Look at Judge Mathis. 39 years of marriage? And you calling it quits? 39 years. Why don't live in separate bedrooms? Under the same house, but live in separate bedrooms. Move into your basement. Judge, you live in a mansion. Your basement looks better than some people's apartments here in New York City. Why are people getting divorced? Did you know that 80% of all marriages end in divorce by women, initiated by women? 80% of all marriages are initiated by women. That means only 20% are initiated by men. But everything's about who? The woman on their wedding day. You women live for this day, and then years later, sometimes not even years later, sometimes it's a few years later, you women are calling the shots on divorce. Why are people getting divorced in droves? Why are people calling it quits in droves. Now, I don't want anyone to get divorced. I mean, you married for a certain reason. You made those vows for a certain reason. You made those vows under God. And now you're calling it quits. Years ago, it was so difficult to get divorced. People didn't get divorced. You stuck it out. Your grandmother dealt with your grandfather. Your grandfather dealt with your grandmothers. And the thing is, people stay together. Women have roles. Men have roles. But today, roles are reversed. You have women acting like women, which it should be. Also, women acting like dudes. And that's why marriages today are not working out. Like I said before, the man is the head of the household. You cannot have two heads. You have a man that's a head. Then you have women who try to be the head. Anything with two heads is not attractive. Anything with two heads doesn't work. Imagine seeing a snake with two heads. You run. Imagine seeing a dog with two heads. You run. Anything with two heads don't work. Anything with two heads is not supposed to be. One head. Keep it one head. Keep it real. Keep it original and keep it simple. But a lot of you women try to play both heads, and that's why your marriages is not working.
There's a few things that I don't do as a married woman. Number one, I do not cook for my husband. I only cook for my children. My husband will be making his own breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Number two, I do not help him pay any bills. So if he is short on the rent, on utilities, or anything like that, it is not my problem. I will not be helping him out. His job is to provide for his family, so I am not financially contributing to any of the bills. Number three, I do not do his laundry. I have my own laundry and my children's laundry to do, so he could do his own. I won't help him put it away. I won't help him fold anything. That's his responsibility. Number four, he is responsible for replacing any of his essentials like soap, shampoo, anything like that. He needs to go buy it himself. Even if I'm at the store, I will not be replacing it for him. If he needs new underwear, new socks, or anything like that, that's for him to do. I'm not going to do it for him.
A few minutes later.
Morning long. My husband told me that I needed to pack my stuff and get the fuck out the house. So I have my bag and I'm about to start packing. I literally have nowhere to go. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Everybody in the comments was right. He does deserve somebody better. And I hope and pray that he finds someone better. I didn't know that me making that video was gonna, upset him so much. And it made him realize what kind of piece of woman I really am.
And if you like what you see so far, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for future notifications. That way you are notified when a video comes out each and every week. One thing I'm tired of these Hollywood marriages. Like I said before, I don't want anyone to get a divorce. I don't want bad things to happen to anyone. I don't want negative vibes on anyone. I don't wish that on anyone. I don't want anyone to wish bad things on me. But I'm sick and tired of these Hollywood divorces, these Hollywood marriages. They nothing but a bunch of it's a farce. It's a scam. You have these Hollywood marriages. You have people, especially these actresses and actors. They get married. It's all over the tabloid. It's all over the news. And we as idiots watch these fairy tale weddings. We get the Inquirer. We get People magazine and these other outlets. And we socialize and specialize on these marriages. These are people who make millions and millions of dollars. Money that most of us average people are not going to see in our lifetimes. These are people that can get married at a drop of a hat, get divorced at a drop of a hat. We all there sitting here centralizing on people that we've never met. Who cares? Who gives two FCUKs about these marriages? I don't. When I see these Hollywood marriages, I mean, like I said before, I don't want anyone to get divorced. But at the same time, I don't care either. I don't care what happens in Ben Affleck's life. I don't care what happens in J-Lo's life. I don't care what happens when Madonna had this fairy tale wedding and paparazzis had the helicopter and they was hovering over her wedding and I'm not trying to be funny, everything started blowing all out the place because people had to get these pictures because we want to see what's going on in other people's lives. I don't care. I really don't. I'm tired of these Hollywood marriages. George Clooney, one of the most sexiest men in the world, according to People magazine, and if you like that type. So the thing is, how many times has he been married? This is a Hollywood hunk. He can't seem to get it together. I remember one time on People magazine, he was getting married to this model. She wasn't that pretty anyway. And you see the pictures of both of them. He's up here like this. She's on the other side of him like this. So they're announcing their marriages. They announcing their engagement. So she's like, and I'm sitting there looking at this magazine while I'm doing grocery shopping at the checkout, because that's where they keep those magazines in those places. What do they call? They call impulse items. So people want to learn about these stars. Like I said, they do nothing for us average people. Next thing you know, 3, 4, 5 months, wherever it was, they get a divorce. Why are you specializing in these people? And then next thing you know, they get divorced. So what happened to Anne and all those photo ops that they were doing in front of the camera, stunting in front of people to do what? After all that, get a divorce? Was it really that serious of a marriage? Was it really worth getting married? Is it really worth getting married to modern women in today's day and age? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I don't give two you-know-whats about these Hollywood marriages because these marriages have nothing to do with average people like me. And the thing is, we socialize, we glamorize these marriages, we glamorize these Hollywood stars, we put these Hollywood stars on pedestals like they better than everyone else, and they can't even get it together. So if they cannot get it together, what about people like us? Do you, as a man, need to be married in 2024? Do you, as a man, are you planning to get married anytime soon? What are you doing to change the outlet of marriage? And women, 80% of women file for divorce. And these are the same women that cannot wait to get married. And then you have these prenups that are going on. These prenups are ridiculous. Why are we reading into other people's prenups? These stars, I don't care. If me and my baby get married, you know what? Honey, you don't have to sign a prenup. You don't. Because if something happens, God forbid, you can have whatever you want. You can have what you deserve. If that means half of my assets, you know what, honey? I'd rather give it to you. That way I'm happy, you're happy, everyone else is happy, and no one, I do mean no one, has to be in our business. Ladies, gentlemen, when unfiltered analysis of videos just like this one, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell for future notifications. That way you are notified when a video comes out each and every week. You're watching Rewind.